It is exactly 9 p.m. in East Africa, and we are coming to you live here from Kenya's capital, Nairobi. Featuring tonight on Younib TV News at 9 include the interrogation by the National Assembly of President William Ruto's ambassadorial nominees. Also coming up is President Ruto's meeting with major sports investors in the country. But before that, take a look at the top stories.
I don't think resources is a problem. We have enough resources, both in government and in the private sector. If we have a good plan, we can do this together, and we must have that good plan.
Faith mwenye anaongelewa amezikwa hapa nyuma. So Faith mimi nilikuwa namjua ni msichana, alikuwa msichana mpoa sana. Alikuwa anaenda Gata Church every Saturday. Alikuwa tu yeye ndio alikuwa anasaidia jobs mingi huko kwao. Alikuwa mtu kanisa, hakuwa na mambo mingi.
BMU chairman amekuja mmoja. BMU consists of more than 500 people, lakini amealikuwa chairman. Na mbona hasiwa prepared, wakaambiwa wote wanachama wakaelezewa wajafanya nini hapa. Lakini hii kitu imekuwa kama individual picked.
Welcome, my name is Cliffe, Omondi, and thanks for choosing Younib TV News at 9. And now President William Ruto has stressed that his government will continue to develop talent in various sports. Speaking when he met with the Football Federation of Kenya (FKF) and major investors in the country, the president said it is important to invest in sports, especially as Kenya prepares for the 2027 AFCON after hosting CHAN this year. Those present were executives from various companies who have come forward to support and invest in Kenyan teams.
I like the technical team very much, but Your Excellency, today you invited us as executive. Is there an opportunity also to form a smaller team of the executives or the sponsors?
We start a journey towards ensuring that we have a successful campaign during the 2027 Africa Cup of Nations.
For 40 years we were lost, but through your leadership, we have been able now to find a good footing, which has really elevated the profile of football in our country.
For 38 years, we never had and we never hosted an international continental football event. This was the first, and it came out really, really very well.
We must play in the league that Kenya belongs, and we all know where Kenya belongs. And therefore, the thing that is standing before us and where Kenya belongs is two things: leadership and a plan. I don't think resources is a problem. We have enough resources, both in government and in the private sector. If we have a good plan, we can do this together, and we must have that good plan. And that is.
And moving on, the officials appointed by President William Ruto as ambassadors to different countries have today begun questioning in Parliament. Those questions today include former Cabinet Secretary Florence Bore, who was asked to explain her relationship with the ruling UDA party and whether the relationship will interfere with her duties. Anthony Mwaniki, who was also questioned about his involvement in the land purchase scandal in Tokyo, Japan, which led to him being charged but acquitted.
Issue was and is a painful chapter in my impeccable career in the public service. And this happened within broader decisions that were made by the government to procure assets within our missions abroad. I did go to Tokyo and I did write a report that recommended we purchase chancery and residence in Tokyo. The purchase went through all the procurement procedures, Mr. Chairman. I did not chair that, but nevertheless, this did raise concerns, and I was taken to court and later acquitted.
For the UDA party, that is where I was, and that is the party that helped me to be where I am. In Parliament, I supported the party, but of course, for this diplomatic work, it will not feature anywhere. I will serve everyone from Kenya. I will serve regardless of the parties, regardless of the races, regardless of the religion or tribe. I'm here to serve all Kenyans. And you know that, Honorable Bashir.
And now, switching gears, Chief Justice Martha Koome has said the judiciary recognizes the efforts being made by the alternative dispute resolution system to resolve disputes among communities living in the Northeast by providing justice to the vulnerable and reducing hostility and hatred among them. Speaking when she officially opened the system at the Garissa High Court, Koome said the values of equality must be observed when providing justice to parties through the system.
SK, AG, the DPP by adopting the protocol. So justice is not just a privilege for everyone.
The main and predominant conflicts in our region that AGS will help to solve or resolve include pasture and grazing land conflicts among pastoralist communities, disputes over water points and resources, trade conflicts in markets and cross-border commerce, as well as inter-clan rivalries, boundary disputes, family and inheritance matters, and minor commercial disagreements, all of which can be addressed through culturally attuned mediation to promote lasting peace.
It is very expensive to seek justice in this region because of the distances that are involved, the time it takes to resolve some of these disputes. It actually creates a lot of anxiety and more conflicts within the society. So with this, I think it is a very simple system, and this is what these people believe in mainly. It is anchored in our customs and traditions. It's anchored in our religion, the way of sorting out dispute issues.
So the idea of devolving this noble idea further to the sub-counties and even to the wards makes a lot of sense. And I think as a county, we will try within our limited resources to see whether we can expand it further.
For most of these citizens of Garissa, the elders and the religious leaders remain the default arbiters of justice, whereby they have been resolving over 56% of the disputes in the community. We need to appreciate Garissa for that. This reality affirms that AJS is not an option, but a necessity for.
And Presidential Advisor on Women's Rights, Harriet Chigai, has called on the private sector to join the fight against gender-based violence, saying the issue remains a major obstacle to women's full potential. The advisor says the incidents are preventing women from developing and building their economies.
Of gender-based violence, we know this is not just about the person that is being inflicted. It weakens families, it scars generations. And now we are having a situation where the family unit is under serious affliction. Yes? I was just looking at the statistics in terms of women-headed households, in terms of the level of violence against the girl at the woman, and even the boy child.
What economic activity can you support? Because we don't want to be people who give handouts continuous. We want to see long term. We come in, approach the situation, and see what we can do long term. If it is a coffee growing region and this lady has 1 acre idle, can you help that lady establish the coffee farm?
When you look at the society at large, if you leave one segment of the society out, there's nothing we are solving. It's a roller coaster, and we are going to demonstrate that. So through interventions across counties, we have touched widows and orphans, survivors of GBV, and communities. Our mission is larger than empower 5 million women socioeconomically, and that is our target.
All right, we are now taking a short break right here on Younib TV News at 9. Stay tuned for more stories from our counties.
Ever the best. Hallelujah.
Welcome back. You're watching Younib TV News at 9. Now, the government continues to face heavy criticism after allowing a military force believed to be from Jubaland into the country in violation of international and border laws. Trans Nzoia Governor George Natembeya has said it is a grave mistake for Jubaland forces to be allowed to continue threatening the people of Mandera without any action being taken by the Kenyan military or the government failing to address the matter.
Kuna majeshi kutoka Somalia mahali naitwa Jubaland, wamekuja mahali naitwa Mandera, wamekuja na mafunzo ile kubwa na magari mapiga bila technicals. Sasa wako Mandera, ripota wa Mandera wamechukua. Shida yangu sio hiyo, shida yangu ni kwamba bwana response ya security agency ya kwa swift. Territorial integrity of the Republic of Kenya. That's what we want to get. And we don't blame anybody. President Ruto, that one is your responsibility. You cannot allow even an inch of Kenya to be interfered. Na juzi mimi nimeongea kwamba wacha kufungua mpaka watu kwenda tambulisho kwa wale wakasema natembea ndani ya Somalia ndani ya tambulisho. Mimi sikusema wa Somalia wa Kenya ndio kitambulisho. Nilisema kwamba wale wa Kenya ambao wanataka kusikubaliana kwa kitambulisho. Sasa hawa wabora wamekuja Kenya, ile siku jeshi naenda kupata hao wanaona wao wametambulisha. What is going to happen? Unawafukuza warudi Somalia ama utawashika wanalipa kwenye senti za Kenya? We do things very casually without looking at the consequences. You know, procurement is not supposed to be simple, not complicated. The way procurement is even now is very complicated. Now they are complicating it further because they want to limit procurement just for children. Wale wanakuwa wanajua kwa leo mtangaza ile ile wanaweka kwa mtandao na apply kwa mtandao na upload vitu kwa mtandao na kuacha kwa mtandao. Serikali kuu lazima respect the independence of the county government. Maana kama watu wanaipromote everything, all these institutions are national government institutions. Ukiangalia kwa budget, ukiangalia education, ukiangalia mambo yote kazi yao ni management of the government. Kuna mambo ambayo hawaamini mambo ya na unazidi kufanya Wakenya waenda kwa barabara ili kwenda kusikia.
And Nyamira County Police have launched a manhunt for a 23-year-old man who confessed to killing a young woman and burying her body in Nyamaya area, West Mugirango, Nyamira County. Family, relatives and neighbors gathered at the site where the grave is believed to be to witness the exhumation of the girl's body. The operation is expected to begin anytime.
Mwili imekaa hapa kwa siku mbili na bado hatujajua chanzo ni nini na mbona bado hii mwili imekaa hapa kwa hii masiku zote.
Ni jirani ya huyo Faith mwenye anaongelewa amezikwa hapa nyuma. So Faith mimi nilikuwa namjua ni msichana, alikuwa msichana mpoa sana. Alikuwa anaenda gata church every Saturday. Alikuwa tu alikuwa anasaidia jobs mingi huko kwao. Alikuwa mtu kanisa, kuwa na mambo mingi, sijasikia akigombana na watu.
Tukachimba kidogo tukakuta kumbe mwili iko chini, nywele kaonekana. Na mwili mwingine kidogo tu ikaonekana kiasi. Wakasema hawana uwezo ya kumtoa mpaka waende wapate court order ama wapate government pathologist ambaye atafufua hiyo mwili. Tarehe 30 mwezi wa 7 huyu msichana alitoka nyumbani saa 11 na dakika 15 hivi. Akiongea na simu kuelekea kwa barabara, mama akajaribu kumzuia asitoke, akatembea tu.
And over 27,000 healthcare professionals in the counties of Kakamega, Siaya, Nakuru and Mombasa will receive influenza vaccinations during the second phase of the pilot program. The exercise, which was started in Kakamega County, will target physicians, nurses, clinical officers, and lower-level employees who work close to patients. It will run until September 19, 2025. The goal of the immunization is to prevent the influenza virus from potentially spreading from healthcare personnel to patients and vice versa.
Vaccination, and the vaccine is safe, and we're encouraging all the health workers to come for this vaccination. I think last time when vaccination was there, they achieved around 86%, and we are working very hard so that this time we have 100% vaccination.
I am encouraging all our health workers from the community level to be vaccinated because most of the time we are the first contacts with our clients, with our patients. We want to prevent infection from the healthcare provider or infection from the client to the healthcare provider.
There are some groups or persons who tend to have severe disease, who are likely to get severe disease. They can even get hospitalized and sometimes can die. These include pregnant women, children below 5 years, or even the elderly above 65 years, and people who have chronic illnesses.
And fishermen in Kwale County have opposed the National Assembly's Marine Economy Committee's exercise to collect views on the Fisheries Management and Development Bill 2023, saying the time allotted is limited. Speaking in Tiri during a session to collect views on the bill, the fishermen maintained that many fishermen facing challenges at sea have not had the opportunity to be fully involved in order to incorporate their views into the bill.
BMU chairman amekuja mmoja. BMU consists of more than 500 people, lakini amealikwa chairman. Na mbona hasiwa prepared, wakaambiwa wote wanachama wakaelezewa wajafanya nini hapa. Lakini hii kitu imekuwa kama individual picked. Sio hapa wanakuja village elders, hatuwakatai, lakini hawana information ya mambo na bahari.
Peji 200 leo kwa siku moja tuweza isoma yote tukaimaliza kweli? Imeandikwa Kizungu. Wengine hawakusoma, wavuvi. Asilimia kubwa ya babu zetu hapo na baba zetu wengine hawakusoma. Anatakiwa akae chini atafsiriwe. Kwa hiyo naomba iregeshwe nyuma, hata kama ni huko kwa bunge ipelekwe, muda upelekwe mbele, maoni yapatikane, alafu ndio uno mradi uendelee.
We are in it fully to making sure that the voices of the common man, the voices of the women fishers, the voices of the mama karangas, and the voices of all the Kwale people with regards to the fishery sector, they must be listened.
Kuna mabwenyenye wengi ambao wameweza kunyakua landing sites zao hapa.
na kama kamati hapa tumesema tutashirikiana na county government ya Kwale, na pia tunataka tuombe waziri wetu wa ardhi waziri Alice Wahome aweze kufika hapa. Hawa watu wa Kwale wanahangaika sababu kuna watu wamechukua ardhi ambayo inafaa kuwa landing sites ya hao wavuvi.
Well, that story from Kwale County wraps up our bulletin tonight. Thank you for tuning in and choosing to get informed with Younib TV. Join us tomorrow again for more news updates from across the nation and those making headlines around the world. My name is Cliffe Omondi. Have a restful night.
Thank you.